MPs in Parliament are forcing the government and the Home Office to release the report on grooming gangs. Hello everyone and welcome to today's vlog. I've just finished filming the news show for 5:45 p.m. on the channel and came out for a walk in Hyde Park, and I've just been given some new information about the situation on grooming. As you know, it's a massive problem in the UK, and back in 2018 Sajid Javid started this inquiry and this review into this whole thing, and but the government and the Home Office haven't actually released it. They should have done this a while ago. Now you have the MPs from both sides, Labour and Tory side, actually now forcing the Home Office and the Priti Patel's department to release this document. But before we get into that, I have a special message for Don in Orpington. Your daughter Emily got in touch with me and said that it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, and thanks again for watching this channel and supporting me. So hope you have a great day. Now, let's get into it. So I actually have the article with me on this iPad. I'm going to put the link in the description so you can actually read it yourself. So now in Parliament there is a committee called the Petition Committee, and as most of you know, there has been a petition recently about this. Over I think about 125,000 people signed this. So what happens is this gets to Parliament, and then Parliament will then send it to the government to actually do something about these petitions. One of them is about releasing this report, and until now the government haven't actually done anything about this. Now you have MPs like Sarah Champion and other Tory MPs, various from different parties, calling for the government to actually finally do something about this, because until now apparently it's been the top civil servants in the Home Office using the usual tactics of block and delay to distract Priti Patel and the government and politicians not to actually do this. So we don't actually know. It's all speculation. We don't know who to blame exactly, but it's nothing new if it's been these people behind it. So the article talks about how MPs have now ordered the government to publicly state whether it will publish this review or not, and if not, then they have to explain why. This is according to the Independent, and they are reporting that the Home Office has refused a freedom of information request on that basis, because they said it's not in the public interest. Now we know exactly what that means, because the public interest, they are thinking that if this is released, then some people are gonna blame certain people from certain groups or ethnic minorities, or even though in reality we know what the truth is. Yeah, we know that in reality this is a massive issue, and whether you like it or not, predominantly people behind this in this country are from the Middle East and men from Pakistan, and this has been clear for a long time. Even again in this article it says how Sajid Javid, when he first promised this review as Home Secretary back in July 2018, he pledged that there would be no no-go areas of inquiry. That means we don't care about the background of people or political correctness, we're going to do it. And that's the truth. No one is actually going out there, at least like no one in the majority, are going out there and blaming every single man who's from Pakistan, for example, or somewhere in the Middle East, saying, well, they're all the same. Not really. But it is also a fact that the majority of these cases are done by people from the Middle East. So that has to be addressed. And I don't care about political correctness. I don't care if this is going to come across as some sort of offensive argument, because it's actually not. This is common sense. This is just the fact that it's been coming out. No one is advocating for anyone to go out there and blaming every single person who's brown, for example. That's not what this is about. This is about a cultural difference. And because these people are coming out and say that, you know, well, this is not culture, you should just leave me alone. Well, not really. You're in Britain. This is a British culture. You have to act like a normal person. So now the head of the Petition Committee in Parliament, Catherine McKinnell, has told Priti Patel that there has now been a lot of a significant volume of correspondence complaining about the government's response, or lack of it actually. And because the government came out recently with a statement saying that, well, this is an internal matter, and it's actually not in the interest of the public, because again they're afraid that if it comes out then there will be a backlash and somehow everyone's going to be attacking certain people. Well, firstly, the minority of people who are going out there being kind of loud about this. They're already doing it anyway. So it's actually best to contain the situation by being honest with the public. But nevertheless, we now have Sarah Champion and other MPs being very strong on this. They are putting a lot of pressure on the government to finally release this. And they said, we're not going to stop until you actually do something about this. It is in the public interest. Don't lie to the public. And but on this channel, obviously, we'll keep you guys posted. Until now, we've been waiting to hear from the government. They just released that stupid statement a few weeks ago, and there's nothing new to report technically apart from this. So we'll keep you guys up to date as usual. Now, the other issue that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, as you know, this whole Brexit trade talk stuff that's still ongoing, and I mentioned all the different areas on this channel. There's a new problem, which is the European Union are now threatening the City of London, the financial sector, the financial hub of the world, saying we're going to block you if you don't play ball and if you don't accept to compromise and go with our values. So yes, this is according to the CTAM. I'm going to put the link in the description like the other article as well so you could read it. But the EU negotiators have now been accused of politicising the UK's financial services in these Brexit trade talks after suggestions that the bloc could shut the City of London out of its market if the UK does not budge on other areas during the negotiations. I mean, firstly, who are you to tell us what to do? Secondly, we are the financial hub, not just of Europe, but the world. We are now actually bigger than New York. So firstly, this article is now talking about how it means that Brussels will only grant access to its markets if they agree to an equivalence regime with its trading partner. They've been talking about this equivalence regime for ages, and we're not going to do that because I know this is exactly how you get access to Europe. That's how they are. But if we have to compromise and sacrifice this access, it's fine. We have Asia, we have America, the financial sectors will survive. Most of the banks could set up new branches, multiple branches in Britain and in Europe at the same time, and to operate. There are always loopholes for these banks and corporations, and yeah, I wouldn't really sacrifice Brexit for the sake of these people. Now, the other problem for Brussels is that everyone in the world knows that they're bluffing and that they're not actually going to do this. In this article, in the CTAM piece, we have Shankar Singham, who is a chief executive of a trade law and economic policy consultancy, Competir, who said that the EU's tactic of using the City of London as a bargaining chip was not a strong strategy. I would expect that they would use whatever they could to get the deal they want, but I'm not sure how strong of a strategy that is. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is going to probably anger me, and also some of you as well. So I'm actually going to first go to Tesco, get some beer, then continue. So last time I was here, the last couple of times, my choice of beer angered some people. First time I got Stella because I didn't have anything else. Then I got Peroni. So I'm gonna try and find another way to make you guys angry. I don't know what to pick. I'll pick something. So something weird happened. I actually got ID'd for the first time in a shop in like years. But anyway, it looks like I'm looking young again. Let's see what you guys think about this. I've got Corona. If you're upset, I don't care. Because as they say, it's Corona time. Right, so you know how every day someone, like people in politics or media, annoy me? Today it's Governor Cuomo of New York. This idiot referred to the virus as something I've never heard before. Watch this video.
When we started this, yes, we have more cases than anyone else. Yes, we had this European virus attack us and nobody expected it. But we're not only going to change our trajectory, we're going to change the trajectory more dramatically than any place else in the nation.
Wait, European? European? Why European? It's from Wuhan. Okay, so this guy is absolutely annoying. It's people like him that divide areas, countries, nations, cultures. People like him in politics, then there are people in the media who do this. But you know, on this channel, I try my best to stay positive and, I mean, expose the idiocy of these people. At the same time, when it comes to ordinary people out there, bring us together, because that's I think what we need. And actually, there's a group of people who are also trying to bring everyone together. There are 4 brothers who, back in 2016, during the referendum, I believe 2 of them voted Remain, 2 of them voted leave the EU, and now they've come together behind one cause, which is the Brexit biscuit. So they have started this family-owned British business in Lancashire. It's really amazing. So they have great tins, nicely designed, and inside you got the biscuits, but the biscuits are actually wrapped in Article 50. So you have to actually tear apart this thing, and the actual shortbread, the biscuits shortbread, is also split 52-48. You got the EU side and you've got the UK side. It's brilliant. I'm going to put the link in the description. Just wanted to give a shout out to these guys because it's a family-owned business. It's British, and especially now during this economic crisis, we have to support the small businesses like these guys. And the website is the brexitbrisket.co.uk. I'm going to put the link in the description. It's $12.95. It's actually a good idea as a gift, especially now that we can't really see our friends or family. If you want to go on the website, order one, and send it to your friends or family, I'm sure they'll be happy, even if they voted Remain, because, you know, they got the EU side. They can still use this. So I'm going to go have some of these, have my Corona, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video.